like I start to almost black out. Like my vision started getting blurry. I shouldn't even touch the bar, really. I shouldn't have even loaded the 2 plates onto the bar. I'm really just finding another way to just keep moving forward. You know, you just gotta sometimes stop for a moment, look at what you have, see what you have that you've been dreaming of, and just appreciate it.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Highest Version Podcast. I'm your host, Randy Philivong, and on this podcast, we talk about falling in love with the process of getting better every day and becoming the highest version of ourselves. Today's guest is Ryan Lee, car connoisseur, longtime strength and fitness specialist, and honestly, Celtics #1 super fan. Nobody boos the opponent louder than this guy right here. Today, I have a grateful opportunity to get to know who the real Ryan Lee is and what makes him the man that he is today. So without further ado, let's welcome our guest, Ryan. What up, bro? Glad you came on. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me.
I know this is like something out of your comfort zone.
A little bit.
I'm happy that you decided to come on and, share your story with me, because I know we have quote unquote deep talks at the gym, but like this is time for me to actually like dive even deeper with things that we talked about off.
No distractions.
Yes.
Straight up face-to-face talk.
Yeah, exactly.
What an introduction, though. You're gassing me up.
Hey, I have to, man. You deserve every right to be gassed up.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And good pun, because you're a car connoisseur, so gassed up. Got it. Funny.
That's good. I'll take it.
All right, man. I want to say first things first, I'm taking your podcast virginity. So I like to say I'm always the first one popping people's podcast shirt.
That's crazy to say. That's actually insane.
Oh, shit. Just live in the mood. But I want to get into the featured Funko Pop of the episode. And honestly, it would be a very disservice to me if I didn't give you the one and only Jason Tatum. But this is City Edition.
I'll take it.
But not only, I didn't pick him just because, you're a fan of him, but I see these two parallel personalities between you two.
Really?
And the thing that I relate to you to is passion and love for family and friends. As we know, if for the people in the basketball world, Jason Tatum is he's very passionate about basketball, and he's an art at he's like basically a master of his craft, and he works at it. And for me, you go after what you want. Like whatever it is, whether that's your car or in the gym, being, for nearly a decade now being there, like you are passionate about it and read and get yourself to where you want to be. But obviously Jason Tatum has Deuce and, his other newborn son and his mom and his dad. Like whenever we hear about his interviews, he loves being around his family and his friends, and he's super loyal. So
big family man.
Yes. So that's the parallels that put you and Jason Tatum. So I just want to get your reflections on that.
I mean, that's a big comparison. Or I don't even know what to say about that.
It's the right comparison.
I guess so. I mean, if you want to put it that way, yeah. I think now that you mention it, I do see, very big similarities between our values, I guess you could say. So that was a good pick.
Well, you are the Jason Tatum of our group. There you go.
Right. Okay. That's a very big task to fill.
It's all good. Plus, honestly, you guys both, it may not seem like it, but both of y'all really like to goof and have fun, because like on the outside, it's like, oh, like y'all both quiet, but like you show it through example. Like you show your personality through your actions and not really, through your words, right?
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Yep.
So with that, the first question I really have for you is, man, like, how is your mental health nowadays?
I think it's okay. I wouldn't say I'm the like happiest person in the world, right? I don't know if anyone can really say that. Yeah, I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna like lie about it or anything. Honestly, I could definitely be better, but I think I'm okay where I'm at.
Yeah. And is that because of like just like things going on, but like, or like?
Yeah, there's like some aspects of the life that I wish I was doing better in. If it's like whether work related or obviously in the gym or something.
Yeah.
There's always ways to get better. So like the highest version. You're always trying to achieve the highest version of yourself. So that's what I'm chasing every day.
Yeah, no doubt. And I know that's like your mindset. And yeah, man, our mental health always could be, has its ups and downs, and it's never gonna be at the same spot.
No.
Honestly, I really think our mental health stays at like one point for like maybe like a day at most. And then the next day is a new challenge that may come up.
Yep,
like literally like this past week, like my car battery died. And I was like how the hell am I gonna get through this? Like and keep in mind, like, I gym like mad early in the morning.
Yeah.
And literally this is the first thing that happens in the morning. I'm like,
it's already a bad start to your day.
Yeah. But I was like, I don't want to let this. I had a good workout. So I was like, I don't want this to be such a bad thing on my day. So it's like the saying that people say, life is 90% of what happens to you. And right? Yeah, 90% of what happens to you, and 10% is how you react to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's just more about, taking what life gives you and seeing how you spend. I could have been like, fuck everything and all that stuff. That's right. True. But I was happy. That was like a big one for me that day, to just be like, all right, cool. I have a portable jump starter. I got it done. I got it fixed. Bing, bang, boom. Like, we're done. So
yeah, I try not to let small things ruin my day. I mean, if something big happens, then
got it here.
I'm flipping my desk.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, little things like that. Like sometimes, I don't know if this kind of relates, but like, I guess you could kind of relate to some one way or another. But if you let one little thing like inconvenience you and let it ruin your day, then you're just gonna live life miserable. And that, I don't even know how I'm connecting this right now, but when I pack like for trips and stuff, I'm always like, all right, I just gotta make sure I got 3 things. Right? It's like your ID, your phone, and like your keys or whatever.
Yeah.
And anything else, you just don't worry about, because you could always buy it there, right? So like, I guess in the mental health aspect of it is, just worry about yourself, right? It's, if anything's like, small, you could always just disregard it. You don't have to think about it right now. Just figure out what's happening in the moment. And then after that, you just, be happy, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. As long as you figure out what's going on in the moment, you're good.
Yeah. That's definitely, with dealing with negative things that happen to us in life. It's hard to just not drop everything and deal with it. But you got to understand there's more important things sometimes at that time. Obviously, everyone's different. You prioritize, like, if something really big happened, like, that really affects your mental health, obviously, like, prioritize that. But if it's something like really small, like, Karen flipped you off in the car or whatever, like, it's just like, you're really gonna let that like get to you, even though it's, honestly, I would be pretty pissed. Driving in Massachusetts sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. But honestly, that's like, you actually kind of reminded me of something. Like, there's this guy at the gym who tries to rage bait me, like, on purpose, like, as a joke though.
Yeah. And
I know it's rage bait, but like, for me, I feel like I kind of could get rage baited easily because I'm like so passionate about something. So like, if like a Karen flipped me off, that's not something like I'm really too like worried about. I'm like, what's her problem?
Yeah.
I continue driving. But like, if I'm like, just walking by and someone's like, yo, you skinny as hell, man. I'd be like, all right, there's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, for anyone to say that, that would be a problem. Oh shit. Well, we pick our battles at the end of the day. Pick our battles at the end of the day.
Gotta choose wisely too.
Choose wisely who you're doing it to, by the way. I wouldn't pick a fight with you, that's for sure.
It's all looks. Zero strength.
All good. Oh shit. All right, man, let's get into it. The first question I really have for you is what you're super passionate about, and that is strength and fitness. And the first question is, what started you on this fitness journey? What got you into, strength, lifting, the whole 9 yards?
So actually, the answer to this question it's probably not what you think it is. It's actually really simple. So back in, I guess, I think it was like late 10th grade or early 11th grade, my friends were going.
Okay.
And I just started tagging along and, you know, got the ball rolling.
Yeah.
That's really how it started. And then obviously once I got going, I figured out like how I could use the gym as like a different, what do you call it? Make it useful for yourself.
Okay.
Like in a sense where I go to the gym to have my alone time, I guess. I mean, I don't mind working out with people.
Yeah.
But sometimes I gotta work out alone, right?
Yeah. Lock in. Yeah.
And it's not even just like locking in. It's just being able to be by myself, have my own thoughts and stuff like that, and like just process whatever's going on in my life. And then when I do lock in, everything in my life is thrown out the window as soon as I walk in the gym.
Yeah.
So it made me passionate because of things like that. You know, I was able to, disconnect, but also reflect on myself. So I think the gym is one of the biggest things that I guess lets me do that.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to ask me a different question later, but same with the car stuff. You're able to do that stuff on your own. So that's probably why I'm most passionate about it.
I think we all have a safe haven, like a place where we feel like we need that, like when we're there, like it feels safe, or like just gives us that time to reflect.
For sure.
And reflection is such a huge thing. Like honestly, like I don't think we reflect enough. People use journaling. I'm glad that you're using the gym to be like, all right, like I'm here to obviously work on what you're striving for, but also be like, how am I doing? Right? Do you ask yourself that question? Like, how am I doing? Where am I at with my goals?
I don't ask myself that question enough. I don't think. I maybe ask myself that question like when I'm kind of struggling with something, or like if I'm not content with whatever I'm doing, I'm like, all right, how do I really feel about this? That's when I really think about it, but it's really not all that often, to be honest.
Okay.
So I should be asking myself more.
What questions are you reflection questions are you asking yourself when you're in the gym like that?
On a surface level, I'm asking if I'm satisfied with where I'm at with my body.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And then on like a deeper level, it kind of ties into mental health, but not really. It's like if I'm happy where I'm at working, like I work 5 days in person. So I'm always asking, like, am I like happy with that, or am I just like content with it, or am I not happy with it? And then like, other stuff like, is my financials like
good?
Yeah, like stuff like that,
Yeah.
I don't really ask myself like mental health wise, I don't think. And I really should be. Just to find ways to make myself better in that field.
Yeah. But like I feel like you don't necessarily always, like you said, like I think the frequency of asking like how am I doing, all that stuff, like sometimes it really does take like maybe like once a month or like every like quarter or anything like that. Like I feel like that's like good as long as you are checking with yourself, because I feel like me and you, like we strive for things, we really get after it, and we just are locked in.
Yep.
But that kind of puts us in something called, I like to say, autopilot mode, where you're just cruising through life. And I feel like a lot, like the reason why we say like, oh shit, like it's already, I said it yesterday, but oh shit, it's already mid-July, like how the fuck did that happen, right?
Yep.
But it's like, I think it's also because like, I wasn't where my feet was at, like I wasn't present. And like I feel like we fall into that a lot because that's just how life sometimes can be.
Yeah.
But when you kind of take that time to really be like, what you're asking yourself, where am I at financially? Where am I at, physically? Where am I at career-wise? Those are also amazing questions to ask yourself, because it's like you don't want to stay stagnant. You want to be like, what do I need to do next to get 1% better every day to become, the highest version of yourself? So I think it's still like, good shit at the end of the day, right?
And I think also at the end of the day, all those things like that add up to your mental health.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess in a way, I am thinking about my mental health.
Yeah. No, for sure. There's a lot of things that affect it. Going back to like when you're starting, obviously you started because of your friends, and I feel like that is a good point to touch on, just because a lot of people are scared to go to the gym alone, right?
Yeah.
I feel like when we all start out, as much as now I hate when there's a bunch of groups that coming together.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
It is a good thing when you're starting off, but then you
I
gotta
agree.
peel off and start doing things on your own, because
Yeah.
sometimes the schedules don't work out, and then like you said, I also feel that way. Sometimes like I go to the gym because I need to de-stress or like have those conversations with myself where I feel like I can't have it like in my own home. My friend talked to me about different places have different purposes. So like,
Yep.
like place 1 is our home, right? That's one. Place 2 is our work environment, and place 3 is whatever, whether it's the movie theater or whatever. For us, it's like the gym, and
Yep.
that is if we want to utilize that space in order for us to continue on and really keep growing in that sense. So going into the passion part of it, so kind of want to dig deeper into that mindset, because it's like, oh, you really want to like grow physically and all that stuff, but like what made you go towards like the kind of the strength route versus like, oh, I need to do this to like be lean, calisthenics, all those other parts of physical activity?
Really, I don't know if it's genetics or whatever, but when I first started out, I was like, what, 130 pounds?
Damn, really?
Dude, I was small. Like, I was skinny. Like, I could send you a photo of myself from like before I started gymming.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when I started working out, I fell in love with the bench, right? I don't know why. It just felt good.
Yeah.
And there's my friend who was always, he was a little more built than me. He was bigger than me. He was able to bench like a plate from like pretty much the get go, right? Whether it be like 1 rep or whatever.
Lucky ass.
No, I'm saying. And I started at like 25, which
Yeah.
is like, it's not bad for like someone who first starting and weighs 130 pounds.
Yeah,
Like
for
when you
sure.
start at 25, that's what, 115 pounds with the bar.
Yeah.
I'd say that's
really
kind of
good.
strong.
Yeah,
Especially at like, I don't even know, 16 or whatever, 16 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Once I saw my numbers going up like really quick,
Yeah.
like I got to a plate within like 3 months of starting to work out. I think, I don't really know exactly how long it was, but I know it was like really
Mad quick.
fast.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, man, I got to bench like every day. Like every day I go to the gym, I got to like hit like at least a set of bench or something.
Yeah.
And that's probably what made me strong. And that's what, like once you do something and you feel like you're good at it, that's what like you kind of get automatically passionate about.
Yeah.
Because you're already good at it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I guess doing that really made me start like lifting.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that point, once you get to a certain point of, bench, like you get stuck, I guess.
Yeah.
You plateau.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's because I wasn't working out like other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like I wasn't doing like legs or deadlifts like that. So pretty much like deadlifts and legs are compound movements.
Mm-hmm.
And once you do those, like your numbers for your other lifts shoot up.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why I actually started working out like my legs and stuff, because my bench kind of plateaued.
Okay.
So like literally like maybe 6 or 7 months in, I was already benching like 185 for like 1 or 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Like this is all within my first year working out. And I was like, dang, I'm stuck at 185.
Yeah.
And that made me like, made me think about the drawing board. Like, what can I do to make it go up?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when like I talked to like other people at the gym, or like my friends who were gymming at the time.
Yeah.
Like my friend Jimmy, actually, he was gymming way before me, like a year before me or something like that. And he's like, compound movements, you got to work out your other muscles, because if people don't know what compound movements are, it's pretty much lifts that work out more than just that body part.
Mm-hmm.
So like bench, deadlifts, and squats.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just work out, like bench doesn't work out just your chest, right? It works your core and stuff like that. Like your legs, it's not just legs.
Yeah.
You're using your core and everything else. So that's really what made me passionate, is just trying to chase a higher number.
Yeah.
Which once you want to chase the higher number, you got to do other stuff in order to achieve that.
Mm-hmm.
So it just snowballed after that.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. Like if you see success in something, like why wouldn't you see, oh shit, I'm good at this, I'm going to keep going. Right.
Right.
It's not like, it's like say if we were, you were to play a sport, right? Say if like, for example, with me basketball, if I sucked at basketball, I don't think I would have like pushed myself to like keep going. I'd be like, all right, I need to look for a different sport. Like when we find success in something, we're gonna keep striving with it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like those early moments in the gym where you were ego lifting?
Oh,
because ego lifting is such a big thing. Like
everybody, at least it's like you have to. It's like canyonment.
Yeah,
you know
it is. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the fact that I was benching every day is pretty much ego lifting, right? Because it was my strongest lift.
Just for context let's give the viewers context if they're not sure the term ego lifting. I'll let you take that away of what your perspective of ego lifting is.
So my perspective of ego lifting is pretty much doing something that's like way out of your expertise.
Yes.
And you try to do it like to look a certain way in the gym, right? Like there were times where I was trying to bench 225 when really I should not even touch that number. I shouldn't even touch the bar. Really, I shouldn't have even loaded the 2 plates onto the bar.
Like dude, like dude.
Like, and also like some people ego lift by, oh, I see that guy, he looks smaller than me, but he's benching more than me. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try see if I'm better than him. Yeah. That's like kind of a mentality that people have.
Yeah.
And I hope whoever goes to that grows out of it.
Yeah.
Because that can cause some serious injuries. So don't ego lift. Don't ego lift at all.
With me and my online fitness coach, I haven't had even a chance to ego lift. You know what I mean? Like,
right. No, he's not gonna.
Yeah, he's not gonna. Yeah,
he's not gonna let that slide.
For context, Ryan also is or knows my online fitness coach, Steven Chen. So
that's my boy.
So yeah, I don't think he would rip me to shreds if I send him a video of me ego lifting.
One of these days, before this episode comes out, you should just do like something diabolical.
Just to piss him off.
Be like, hey, what do you think of this?
Yeah. He's like,
look what I can do.
So what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, Steven, he's a good coach though.
Yeah.
He's very smart. So he's not gonna let that slide.
Yeah. I mean, we talked a lot, even in our own gym sessions when we lived together, talking about the difference between what, Steven preaches and like what you have experienced with what you call it barbaric lifting. But I feel like
it's a little barbaric.
I feel like you still do it at like a safety measure,
I definitely want to be smart about it.
Yeah.
Just because of my experience in the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing it for 8 years, right?
Crazy.
So I haven't been doing it for that long. I feel like if I do little mistakes like barbaric lifting without like safety measures, like that's just dumb of me. Right. How can you do something for 8 years and make mistakes like that, right?
Yeah. Right.
Obviously, everybody makes mistakes, but like that's like a major mistake that really someone who's been lifting for however long, like 8 years or whatever, shouldn't be doing.
Right. And could cost you. It also discredits your years of experience in that sense. Sure. Yeah. I when you were talking about compound movements that you kind of stuck to a lot, the one that I don't know if I told you this, but the one that I did almost damn near every day was squats.
Really?
And that's because I thought squatting would give me a higher vertical. I think, as you know, like getting to that level with having a higher vertical for basketball, it's like it's not just that compound movement. There's a lot of plyometrics and like different movements that really help with that. But I thought if I have bigger legs, then I could jump real high. And still to this day, even though I have that foundation, I feel like that is my biggest part of me is my legs. which is actually crazy. And like this is like I think TMI, but like I with my like how I look at myself like in terms of like my ass, you know what I mean? Like there's so much cellulite and stretch marks on there is because like that's the one thing I did almost every day because I thought that's what I needed to do. Yeah. And I think that also kind of put in perspective in high school when I lifted, like my motivation was to look bigger, right? So I had to really take a step back from the squats and get back to like those other compound movements, like you said. Yeah. I didn't even deadlift because I didn't know how to deadlift, but like the other one was bench for me for sure.
Yep. Yeah.
So you brought up a lot about, you talked about injuries for a bit, sports related. Let's get into that, about how that also has shaped you in your fitness journey and how to the person that you are today?
Junior year, I broke my pinky.
How?
It was the stupidest way, actually.
Okay, go ahead.
Right before a game, we were doing our warm-ups, and I was just walking by. We were doing warm-ups, and I was holding the ball, and I was holding it with my fingertips, right? And someone on the other side, I remember exactly who it was. I'm not going to say who it was, right? But he serves hard as hell. Like,
Yeah.
the ball's like going at you like, I don't know, 60 miles an hour or something. Maybe not that fast.
Yeah.
'Cause we're
But it
young.
feels like, I mean,
Dude,
it looks
yeah.
like it.
So I'm holding the ball with my fingertips, and it hits me directly on this knuckle, and it fractures my pinky right here.
Ugh.
And I was able to bend my pinky back like this far.
Oh.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Did no one like say heads or anything? Like,
Well, like when you're like walking around like that, like
Yeah.
you're just, I guess you're supposed to expect like balls are flying,
yeah.
especially when people are warming up.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that does not look good.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good. So I was like, maybe I could try. Like I thought it was dislocated for sure, right?
Uh-huh.
So I was trying to shove it back into its socket or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm just trying to shake it off because I really want to play.
Yeah.
I
I mean, you already experienced injury. You don't want to give up a season.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
this is like, one of my last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So I told my boy to set me the ball one more time. So it was hitting lines too.
Yeah.
So people were serving, so people were doing hitting lines.
Yeah.
So I asked him to set me the ball. I went up, I hit it, and I was like, oh, dude, like my pinky's not looking good.
Uh-huh.
So I go over to the trainer. We had a trainer at our high school.
Yeah.
And pretty much she looked at it. She's like, yo, that's broken for sure. Right. And I was like, what? No way. It's like dislocated or whatever. She's like, I can't tell right now, but that's for sure broken. So I'm mad already.
Yeah.
And then like, I guess life is really settling in or like setting in right that second.
Mm-hmm.
And like I start to almost black out. Like my vision started getting blurry. I don't know if it was like because all the emotions were setting, like, dude, like my season's pretty much over. And like I'm like maybe like 3 weeks in or whatever.
Yeah.
But pretty much I was like, yo, Annie, my vision's getting blurry and I feel lightheaded. She goes, yo, you look mad pale right now. You gotta lay down. So luckily she saved me before I actually passed out. So I laid down. But dad came and picked me up. He actually had to drop me off at the hospital because he had to go to work. Coming from like a first generation household,
Work don't stop.
Yeah, work don't stop.
Yeah.
So I think eventually my brother came, checked in, got an x-ray done. It was fractured right at the knuckle. It wasn't dislocated, luckily.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's because I pushed it back in the socket.
You solved one of the problems on your own. Shit.
Yeah, but it's I was in a finger splint for pretty much the rest of the season. I think my season was done after that.
Yeah.
That time I was able to just, relax and kind of think about like what do I really want to do and stuff. So, I was like, I like volleyball. But like, do I love it? Do I love the practices? Like we had a coach, and it was brutal. We would do like stairs like twice a week or once a week or something, and it'd be like going from like the bottom floor to like, I think our school was like 4 stories or whatever, but it was like high though. And we would do that for like, you had to do like 3 or 4 times.
Jesus.
And I would like, there have been times where I needed to throw up and stuff.
Oh.
Practice was rough and I wasn't enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I wasn't enjoying it, why am I doing it, right?
Yeah.
So when senior year came around, when that season started, I actually went to the preseason, went to practice, and I was like, bro, what am I really doing?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the gym way more than this. Why am I like make myself suffer, right? Which can go into like the mental health aspect of it.
Right.
Like if you're not happy with something, like why continue to do it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the year I stopped volleyball and went, I guess, full-time gym.
Yeah.
The injuries set me back so much every year. And I kind of just found a way to just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess after volleyball, I knew it wasn't for me because of injuries. So I wasn't exactly at where I wanted to be at.
Yeah.
Because I think I would have been a whole lot better if I was able to play every season, the full season. So I was shifting my focus to really go into lifting, right? Like I wanted to continue fitness and being healthy. So I shifted my focus into lifting. And then that's where it really snowballed, like to a bigger scale. From senior year, like during senior year or like junior year going to senior year, that's when I got like I started getting big. In my opinion. And people were telling me like, you're on roids or whatever. But you're like, looking back, I don't think I was big enough to really have people question me if I was on roids, which is crazy. Because I was like not that big compared to where I'm at now. But I guess the progress aspect, like how fast I got big. People started questioning it. But it's just like I tried just going. You know? Just keep it up. Don't let, injuries really make you like, I'm just gonna quit lifting, quit fitness, quit whatever you're doing. Right? Just find something else and just keep going. That's like the way I think of things.
I think that's also a good parallel with, mental health, with people who maybe have had severe things with, mental health. Like it's a good thing to be like, hey, like there is light at the end of the tunnel. Like you gotta keep moving forward. Like as bad as it sounds, like life isn't gonna stop for anyone, any of your problems, anything like that. You just gotta find a way.
Reality of it.
Exactly. And you have to figure out what to do next and what's gonna get you to maybe something that's happier outside of the thing that you thought was actually gonna make you happy. And I think it's crazy that in my head I was like, dang, this is a Derrick Rose story. Like you could have been, a great volleyball player.
I'm not saying I was MVP, but my friends too, like Timmy. Dude, they're crazy good. Right? Timmy still plays to this day. Being able to see them progress like the way they did, I'm sure they've gone through injuries and stuff too. It's just like you're happy for them, but you wish you could have been like alongside them, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like also when you play, a lot of times you're playing with your friends. It's a good bonding moment,
right?
But if you're not really
get smacked,
so like when you quit volleyball, right? It's like, damn, like that's something. That's one other thing you can't spend time with your friends or whatever, right? And I value friends a lot. I value family and stuff like that. So. It was kind of hard quitting, but I wasn't loving it. The practices really. And I know practice makes perfect, but I was miserable. So
let me tap into your mind about coming back from those injuries, because obviously you had a frequent amount of injuries, and when you were talking about it, I was like, how do you do you get nervous when you squat? Like that kind of, I feel like that kind of like you want to put on lighter weight just because like you don't know where, like you talked about your hyperextension of your knee, like where that's gonna go. You talked about your ankle. Like how did you really get comfortable or bounce back from just the fear of doing those injuries again?
So if I'm being honest, I haven't really fully gotten past the fear of those type of injuries and stuff like that. For example, pretty big injuries I've had recently, like after high school and all that, from lifting, is like a shoulder injury from, I guess, benching so heavy all the time.
Every day?
Not every day. Not every day. I started doing like bench once a week. But it's just my progression of strength was just too quick, I guess, for really my body to keep up. So my shoulders were messed up. So I think as soon as I hit 315 or whatever, 3 plates, by the way. I think maybe 325 actually. I kind of just chilled out because I was satisfied that I hit the number that I really wanted. And I really just started taking it back a notch for my shoulder. And then back in 2020, I actually was deadlifting, and I injured my lower back, my spine.
That shit's serious. That shit hurts.
And I am also, I wouldn't say deathly afraid of the doctors and stuff like that, but because of how often I went as a kid from injuries or whatever, like I split my head open as a third grader. So I was always going to the hospital for whatever reason.
Wait. What happened? How'd you split your head?
This is a long story. I don't know how I want to get into it. I don't know if you want me to get into it. I can briefly touch on it.
Yeah, is there give us the what's that? What's the thing we used back in high school? Cliff Notes. What's the Cliff Notes?
Cliff Notes.
Or chat what's the Chat GBT script?
All right. 3rd grade, at the playground, there's that thing, the glider where you could swing across. It'd be like really long.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
And as kids, mad stupid, but we would slam it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And the other team or whatever had to catch it. And I swear I was not even standing that close. But it just could be my memory being messed up because I got hit in the freaking head. But pretty much somebody slammed it. My head went back, and I split my head open right here.
Damn.
And so much blood was actually pouring out of my head that I was, because I think head injuries just like there's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know. But I was, as a kid, I was trying to catch my blood because I didn't know what to do. And it was like right after school, and there's like a little bench area where all the parents and stuff were sitting.
Yeah.
So I'm running over with my little hands cupped full of blood. My head, it wasn't like leaking or anything. It was like spewing out.
Yeah. Oh.
And I was like, yo, I need help. So that happened as a kid. I thought that's a funny story. I think I had to get like eight or 10 stitches.
I'm
so
shocked right now.
Yeah, no, that was rough. That was rough.
Okay, anyways, back to my answering my question.
Where was I? Oh yeah, just being in the hospital a lot.
Yeah.
Also another story. I almost ripped my fingertip off.
Dude, I feel you put yourself in a
that wasn't my fault.
Bad situation.
I blame Jimmy on that one.
Jimmy, shout out Jimmy, your friend Jimmy.
Shout out Jimmy, living in Cali. He needs to move back here because I miss him. Yeah, just being in the hospital a lot. Like I got developed some sort of phobia or something with it. Mm-hmm. Just because of being there, seeing all the doctors like surrounding you and stuff and just checking on you. Like I hated being the center of attention, sort of. So hated the doctors. So when I messed up my back, I never went to go get it checked out. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna not lift like my back like for however long. Like, it could have been, I think it was like a herniated disc or whatever. Because it's like when I was doing the deadlift, I was going up and I felt a pop. Right. Oh, yeah. And I didn't even just toss down the weight. I just finished my rep.
Of course you would finish your rep.
Yeah, no, actually there's a video out there of this actually happening. But it's actually on social media, but I'm not going to tell anybody which video it is. Okay. But pretty much, I put the weight down. I'm like, yo, that hurt, bro. So I'm like, I got to finish my set. You finish your set. It's just my mentality, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I just have like a competitive spirit where like I need to get whatever I'm doing and just finish it.
Right.
So I did 2 more reps. I unbuckled my belt. And I'm like, oh, I just messed up big time. So doing those 2 extra reps probably messed me up even more. But like that injury I've been dealing with like even still. Like I would like reactivate my back like whenever I would squat and I'm not like fully 100% that day.
Yeah.
I completely ditched deadlifting not long after that. I think when I came back, I did like another year of deadlifting. Kept it on the lighter side.
Yeah.
But eventually I just cut it out. I didn't think it was worth it.
Yeah.
There's so many other back workouts you could do, and I'm already doing a lot like bench and squats for my compound movements. Mm-hmm. Just still dealing with that, right? But I still want to be able to squat and stuff. So I guess I really never overcame the fear of re-injuring myself or whatever. Yeah. I know like I could completely ditch squats and just do whatever, or also maybe finally go to PT for it. I've actually talked to Steven and actually Ivy, one of our other friends who's a PT, on like stuff I could do to strengthen my core up, really to just tighten everything up and not have that really happen.
Yeah.
So there's been some stuff I incorporated into all my workouts to really strengthen my core. But at the end of the day, I'm really just finding another way to just keep moving forward. And I guess that's really not exactly overcoming it, but just finding another way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna mention this a lot, but really my mindset these days, or actually answering your pre-podcast questions, made me think about my mindset, and it really comes down to just keep going,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which ties into a lot of things,
Right.
Probably like, mental health. If you're not feeling the best that day, just keep going, right? Just get over the hump. If you're lifting and you're at a plateau, just keep going, right? If you're financially struggling, you know, you don't want to work, but you're financially struggling, you just have to keep going,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So that's the mentality I really adapted, I think.
Yeah. And I think it's a great model to live by because, like I said before, like life doesn't stop for anyone. So the only real option really is to keep moving forward.
Right.
I know we should take the time to feel what we need to feel, but at the end of the day, like it's like, okay, what are actionable steps that I can do to keep going? And
Yeah.
I mean, this has shown a lot throughout your entire life. Like, with lifting, your injuries, like I know that, obviously you've played volleyball probably like here and there for fun. Like you didn't totally cut it away from your life, but
Yeah.
in order for you to keep moving forward and find another, I would say, I'm not sure purpose is the right word, but fulfillment in something.
Yeah.
Like you chose 100% going into lifting. You kept moving forward.
Yeah.
And then same thing with, just, I think, yeah, just your whole fitness journey overall. Like you keep moving forward if something doesn't feel right. If you want to I think that's why you are so you're so good at getting after what you want, because you have that motto of keep moving forward. Think something sets you back, you just keep going.
Yeah, I never really thought about like that, like my motto in life until your pre-podcast questions. It really actually got my brain gears kicking. And after July 4th, shout out July 4th squad. Dude, the brain fog was crazy, but that really got me going. I had to think about it for a couple of days, and it made me realize that the way I live by is just keep moving forward. And actually, funny that I mentioned that. There's a YouTuber I watch, TJ Hunt, and his entire motto is keep moving forward. He obviously had some up and downs in life and stuff like that, and he's always lived by keep moving forward, and I really resonate with that. It's not where I got it from, but it's just like something that I guess I'm really related to.
Yeah. Is TJ Hunt the one? He's not the is he basketball content? Is he sport content or no?
No,
he
does cars.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think it's a beautiful thing to move to live by and to actually deal with a lot of stuff that happens in our life, especially with struggles. There's a phrase that you told me about, obviously about the doctors, how you don't like being in the center of attention. I think what you talked to me offline is that right now you're putting yourself out there a little bit more, getting into your getting outside of your comfort zone. And,
yeah.
I'm honestly curious what hindering thoughts you have when it comes to putting yourself out there more. Is it that you don't want to be the center of attention?
So, I mean, sometimes I don't really mind being the center of attention, right? Because sometimes it's nice.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you big, bro. You looking good.
Everyone's like, nah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look at you, man. It's always the response. Look at you, bro.
Yeah.
But honestly, putting myself out there more, getting out of my comfort zone, is something I've been working on. Whether it's just hanging out with people I'm not really familiar with, going out with Kelly's friends and stuff.
Kelly's his girlfriend, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know if I have hindering thoughts. I don't get thoughts what do they think of me or anything. I don't think I have those thoughts. Well, I know I don't have those thoughts really. I don't care what people think about me. I guess since I'm such a introvert and a homebody, I like staying at home. I like being alone. Just how I am. Just kind of how I grew up.
Right.
Grew up playing games and stuff and talking to friends online. So it's not really a face-to-face kind of thing. I guess it's for myself that I want to get out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I have hindering thoughts, I guess. Just being an introvert.
Yeah.
So
I think that shows how is this the right word? Self-tune or
Self-aware.
self-aware? Yeah, self-aware you are, and to like you know what you're comfortable in, and like you don't give a about what anybody says.
No, yeah, right.
Bro, let me tell you, not giving a about what other people say is super hard for me. So I just want to know, what things help you to kind of be in that mindset. What helps you like be okay with that mindset?
That's a really good question. I don't know if I can really answer that fully.
Uh-huh.
At the end of the day, it's really what you think about yourself, right? Because we do have those conversations with ourselves, like, oh, am I happy with where I'm at?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I happy with how I look? Or, is my chest popping right now? Is my arms looking good? It's like it really comes down to how like yourself is, right? So why let some outside noise really affect yourself, right? Because you're already battling your own inside thoughts about yourself, like where you're at and stuff like that. So if you let outside noise like really distract you in that case, it's like, really, what's the point? Because I guess when you let someone else, or when you kind of think of like outside noise like that, they're only really thinking about you for in that moment, right? Like if someone's like, that guy, he's for sure on roids or something, like, just discrediting your whole workout journey.
Yeah.
Even though I don't have a problem against people with roids. Really, it's really a personal choice. But
Personal choice, yeah.
like some people might take it as an insult. So, well, I guess not really an insult, because if someone thinks you're on roids and you're natural, then I guess you do something
That's
right.
a compliment. Yeah.
Maybe I gotta think of a different scenario. But if you're letting outside noise control how you're thinking, that's already like two things on your mind: how you're thinking about yourself, and then outside noise. Whereas you're always thinking about yourself, right? You're always thinking about, like I said earlier, how you're doing.
Yeah.
Whereas that person who's really judging you or whatever, they're really just judging you in the moment, right? They're probably gonna forget about you like 10 minutes down the road, right? Like you said earlier, Karen flips you off.
Yeah.
10 minutes down the road, they probably forgot about you already.
Yeah.
And you don't need that energy if that's really, it's like low effort energy,
Yeah.
So you can't let that low effort energy affect your energy for the rest of the day. So that's kind of how I think of it. Like if people think about me a certain way, sure, whatever, like think about me that way.
Yeah.
You're thinking about me like for 5 minutes, you're going to say whatever you got to say, and that's it. And if you see me again, you might think that again.
Yeah.
But like that's also for another 5 minutes, right? So yeah, I guess throughout my whole rambling, it's just I don't want outside factors affecting my inside factors already, because I'm already battling my own stuff,
Yeah.
Can't have a double whammy right there.
Yeah.
There's just too much on my mind at that point.
Right. Honestly, I think you touched, that's all just a great points on a great mindset, because for me, I feel like on my come up or growing up, it's like, I talked about this with a guest before, but I gave my power to a lot of people. Like I was living life operating based off of other people and not on my own. So my sense of self and what I was doing in my own life really hindered me, or really pushed me away from trying to figure out who I was as a person. And even in college, when I was going through a really tough time, going through depression, that was like one of the biggest factors that led me to that point, was because I was letting other people's opinion of me get to me so with such a great impact. And I think because I was the golden child, and I was in a small town, I really thought, and I was like president, I was like well known around like the school. I think I felt like I was special. And I think this is something that I'm workshopping and trying to figure out, that I think because I felt I was special, that other people's opinions of me held a lot of weight. Like, oh, that must be true by what they're saying. And something that I think me by, like, I think I hold being a nice guy, like I hold a lot of weight to that. I really put that as part of my identity. And that's the identity that I want other people to have. So because I'm focused on other people making sure that they have that perspective, I actually gave my power to them. Therefore, my sense of self wasn't really that strong.
Yeah.
And I think what you're saying really is that you are very, or at least like as of right now, like you are very in tune, like I said, in tune with yourself, and like you have a strong sense of self, so that all that outside noise doesn't do shit for you, which is great. And I think you're a great point about how other people judge you. Like that's only for that second or that moment. Like if they are doing that for a very long time and holding that weight on them for a long time, you're living rent free in their head. So technically you are on the upper hand on that standpoint, which is honestly, that was an epiphany for me, because I never really thought about it that way. I was really just scared of what other people really think of me in that way. And I know a lot of people, have a lot of respect for me, is grateful for me, but it's like these little things that I'm like, oh, like, do they not like me anymore? Like they don't fuck with me anymore. It's just like, I go down that route, and it's something that I've had to deal with, and I'm still dealing with. So I just want to say, like, what you said, like, actually, like, really helped me in that circumstance, especially when have so much anxiety filming in public, because I don't want people to think like, oh, he's like one of those influencers, right? But it's just like,
no, I get it.
They're gonna think about it in that moment, and then after that, they're like, they don't know who the you are anyways.
Right.
So like
if you're filming in public at like a grocery store, right? They're gonna see you for 2 minutes and be like, oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
And then by the time they're home, you don't even cross their mind at all, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So just trying to avoid that kind of energy, because it's only temporary energy. Then you're fine, right? Yeah. And then also, like, I think you were saying earlier, you trying to put out that like you're a nice guy, right?
Yeah.
Which is something you should be doing, because you're always trying to be nice.
Yeah.
But if somebody has like a view of you, like, oh, I don't think he's a nice guy, or whatever like that, I guess as long as you think you did good at the end of the day, you were nice. Like at the end of the day, you're like, oh, I was being nice. I gave out that nice guy energy.
Yeah.
That's really all that matters, because you gave out the energy, and if it didn't reciprocate, then that's not your problem anymore.
Yeah, not your responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That was honestly really, really good for me. So I appreciate you for that.
Thank you for hyping me up, I guess.
I want to dive into another mindset of yours that we talked offline, and that's striving for more. I think everybody that has listened up to this point, we know that you have that mindset to strive for more. But it's actually been kind of I wouldn't say an issue, but something you're kind of rethinking. And where did this mindset of striving for more come from? That's part A of the question. Part B is, how are you kind of rethinking that nowadays?
So how it originates, I don't really know. I mean, maybe I should go to like a therapist and ask or something, because there's always like a deeper something. Yeah. But I grew up, I'm the younger of two. It's me and my brother. And in that sense, I'm kind of competitive because of that. Okay. You want to be better than somebody else. And my brother introduced me to games, video games and stuff like that. And I've always played competitive games since I was like 5. Like my brother introduced me like to Counter-Strike.
At 5?
Dude, I was like 5 or 6. Something like that. And I just been playing like games like that since I was like that young. Yeah. So it's kind of just was instilled into me to like, oh, you want to be better than this guy at this game, right? Like if you're playing against somebody, you try and beat them. You want to be better than them. Yeah. And it just gives me, I guess, the serotonin, that like happy. You get happy that you beat this guy, right? Yeah. So you always want to be at the top. So I guess that's where I got my competitive nature. And then when it came to sports, that's like it transitions. So like really, it really stemmed from, I guess, being a kid, and trying to be the best out of like everybody. And that really, I guess, shaped me into who I am. Yeah. Trying to strive for the best, the highest version of yourself. So really that's what I'm always striving for, is, be the best I could be. Yeah. Right. Seeing what I could do next. See, oh, what am I missing right now? What can I do better? Right. What do I want? Right. That's a really big one, I guess.
Yeah.
When I live in that kind of aspect or motto, I guess,
Yeah.
it really, life just keeps moving too quick. Right. Like I'm already like 25,
Yeah.
going on 26. Like, oh my God.
All right, man. Relax. Relax.
I ain't trying to be like you, it's really hard to, if you really just have that mindset of just striving for the best, you're going to be always chasing that. And if you're always chasing that, I guess you can't be satisfied ever,
Yeah.
which in a way is a good mindset of never being satisfied, right? Because then you're not settling.
Yeah.
So, your second part of the question, how I'm trying to like rework that or,
Yeah.
think about it in a different way
Mm-hmm.
is instead of always constantly striving for the best is to also live in the moment, sort of. Kind of appreciating what I have because there's things I have right now that I've been striving for since however long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like like my car, right? I got a BMW,
Yeah.
right? It's a hefty amount of money. I poured a lot of money into it.
Oh yeah.
And, like I sometimes find myself talking to Kelly, oh, like, so my car is an M340. So it's like the second tier. So there's a 3 Series for BMWs is like the 300 or 330, and then goes M340, and then goes M3, right?
Okay.
M3 being like the fastest, top notch, has everything is loaded.
Mm-hmm.
So I got an M340, right? And I find myself telling Kelly, I need faster, or like it needs to look cooler, or like I want an M3,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But looking back, like sometimes I catch myself saying that kind of stuff, and I really just gotta appreciate it because not even a year ago, or maybe a little bit over a year ago, actually, because I had the car for a year now. I was dreaming for this moment, like, oh, I really want this. I want it to look this way.
That's true.
I want to be able to drive this fast. I coming from a Camry, like, I want to get out of that.
That's a huge difference. Yeah.
So, you just gotta sometimes stop for a moment, look at what you have, see what you have that you've been dreaming of, and just appreciate it. That way, you get that quick mental happiness,
Yeah.
right? Like, damn, like I made it to where I wanted to be at a year ago, right? So I'm still trying to figure out the balance between striving for greatness as well as appreciating the moment.
Yeah.
So it's an ongoing thing for me still. Obviously, you always want to be achieving the highest version of yourself, but at the same time, you want to really appreciate where you're at.
Yeah.
Especially if you hit goals that you've been wanting to hit for like years.
Yeah.
It's a difficult battle.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. And I couldn't resonate anymore, man. I feel like it's this funny thing that I am so grateful about growing up in an immigrant household because they push you to strive for more, to strive for a lot, right? And I remember this time when I was telling my mom about my compensation that I had for my new job, and I was like, this is really good. Like, I don't think anybody in our family really has hit this point,
Yep.
And I remember telling her, and she was like, oh, that's it? And like, I wanted to flip out. I wanted to, and what the kids say, I wanted to crash out. And
Yo, that's not know you an unk. If you say that's what the kids say, I still say crash out. So you an unk.
We're only 1 year apart, right? And I was so mad. I actually got so mad that I had to talk to my brother about like, why do I feel this way, right? But it kind of showed me in that time like, hey, like, you paid your dues at your other job, which was working 70, 80 hours, and now you're here, and really made me appreciate just how much hard work I put in. And that's the same thing with like mental health wise. Like, these things that used to trigger me don't trigger me as much as a severe impact. And I have to be grateful for that too, because I've done a lot of work. I've put myself in therapy. I've put myself in the most vulnerable states of mind. I have cried so much in front of y'all. Nothing that you guys ever asked for.
I love it though. It really puts, you know, like you said, puts you in a vulnerable position.
Yeah.
Which I really respect. You know, like as like as a guy, right? It's just a lot of people say like, you know, well now it's better because of like men's mental health awareness and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's gotten better.
You know, just being able to be vulnerable, stuff like that. Yeah, it's very respectful because a lot of people bottle in their stuff and just like let it simmer, I guess.
Right.
Which is like kind of what I do, but then I like to, you know,
like to deal with it in different ways.
Yeah, a lot of people deal with it in different ways.
Yeah.
So I really respect you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate
for being vulnerable in front of everybody, I guess.
Yeah, every birthday speech is that way. Anyways, what my point was that like I know that I'm happy that I want to strive for more. I want to become the highest version of myself. But I kind of look at it as like us chasing happiness, right? We all know emotions are super temporary. Like, it's if we chase perfectionism or being perfect or happiness, like those things are temporary. Like they only happen in that moment, and then after that, like you could emotion wise, like you could be sad, you could be this, or perfection wise, that you can make an error, mistake, all that stuff. Like chasing those things, like I think is good in the process, but to have that as the end result it's really bad for your mental health, I think. Yeah. And it's because you're chasing something that is actually unachievable, like being perfect 100% of the time or being happy 24/7. Like people look at life in that way of happiness, which is great, but if you keep chasing that thing, you're just never going to be satisfied. Right. And I think that's kind of the message that you're kind of preach out there. And it's good to look at everything around us and be where we're at and be like, you did this shit. Yeah. And that's like probably one of the greatest joys in life, taking our small wins. And outside the camera, on the other side of the camera, is that jar. I don't know if you see it, but that jar was at my birthday party, and everyone wrote, what they thought of me and stuff like that. And that's for me a reminder of, hey, like this is where you are now, and this is the kind of person that you are because of how low and how badly I was thinking about myself. Like that kind of brings me back to like, this is how people look at you now, and you should be very happy. Just be happy where you're at and how much work you put in for people to still look at you in that way. Not that I should be basing my happiness and my self-worth on them, but it helps me a bit when I'm struggling.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a boost, right? Mm-hmm. Shows you got a good backbone system. We got a lot of people supporting you. Mm-hmm. Got your back. Yeah. So it's always good to know that you have people that got your back.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. And I know you're in that. You're in my small knit of friends that do that, and I couldn't be more grateful and appreciative of it, man. So yeah. So I just want to say, I obviously like putting yourself in this uncomfortable position, being on a podcast. I know it probably brought a lot of nerves, but I want to say like you did amazing, and you have a story here that people can learn from, and your words about keep moving forward and how to battle life struggles. Like you got to understand, like those are things that people can take away. I learned something from you about how like how to not give a f- about what other people say about you and your sense of self. So I just want to say thank you for your time, thank you for being a true homie, and pushing me to be the highest version of myself.
Gassing me up, man. You know how to talk, man. This guy really know how to talk.
But it's all facts.
I appreciate it, though. I really appreciate it. Thanks. Mm-hmm. I really appreciate for you having me on here. Yeah. Shout out Steven for, I guess, requesting me. Yeah. I have to request him back.
You could go back and forth with you too. But yeah, I know there was a time in my life when I was really going through some rough shit, and I think I said I was drunk at this time too, but it's real shit. I was like, oh, like it was at my birthday, and I was like, yo, like I think I was like, oh, I was trying to be like I'm trying to be as great of a man as you are or whatever. I know we talked about this, and I think it's just there's these things about you and your values that I really admire and respect. So that's why like I like having you in my close knit community, and why I want to get to things on a deeper level so that I can repay the things that you have done for me. You know what I mean?
I mean, you've done a lot for me too. All
Thank
right,
you.
like setting the example for mental health and stuff like that. It's just really helpful. So I really respect you for that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll give you daps up for that one, man. Here's to always striving to be pushing each other to be the highest version of ourselves.
Of course.
All right, man. So let's get into questions from the audience.
Man, I'm nervous. That'd be some steroid questions in there.
I mean, you want me to read how many milligrams of testosterone per cycle?
Who asked that question?
Some guy named Ryan Lifting Things. I don't know who the that is.
All
right, let me get to the real question. This one's a good one.
Are you gonna say names or no?
I'm not gonna say names.
Okay.
I'll tell you the names afterwards.
All right, I'm curious. See what I gotta fight.
What's your favorite car model and why? I think you kind of touched base on that.
Car model or car brand?
They just said car model.
All right, I'm gonna have to say it's not my car
Uh-huh.
because I'm always striving for something more. It kind of changes from time to time.
Okay.
I'm huge on the Japanese market, so like old Nissans, stuff like that. Old Toyotas like a Supra or something like that. Those will always have a place in my heart. I want a GTR, a 1990 GTR. It's an R32. It's just some of the people I watch on YouTube, they have one. It's such a classic look.
Yeah.
Love that car. Prices are going up.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, if there's one car I had to pick, it'd probably be a Porsche 911 GT3.
Did Michelle's brother-in-law have that car?
He had a 911 Carrera. I forget exactly which one it was. But it's like maybe 2 or 3 models down from a GT3.
Yeah.
So for the Porsche 911s, there's so many like sub models. There's like GT3 RS, which is like the top one. It's like a track model. There's a GT3 that's more, I guess, tame.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's the Carrera, stuff like that. There's a Turbo S. But the GT3 is like the perfect driver's car in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't want like the brand new one. I kind of want like an older one because it's more analog.
Yeah.
If anyone knows, it's the 991.1 model or generation. And it's the perfect amount of like analog and then like tech.
Oh, okay.
I'm not huge on tech like the newer cars these days. It's like got the whole TV screen.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have like a virtual cockpit in my car, but like that's like the most I'll go.
Yeah.
But yeah, a GT3. That's the one thing I'm striving for more. Right. Yep.
There you'll be no. After that, it's gonna be like the next. You just want to. You will at the end of the day like.
I want to know. I probably want to know one after that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just collect them all.
Yeah.
Infinity stones.
It literally is infinity stones. Honestly, if I could see you just with the whole garage, the one with like that you can put your cars.
Yeah,
or
that's actually the goal.
Or back in Tokyo Drift where they just rotate the cars like that.
Oh yeah, get the Hulk van coming down. That'd be sick. Actually, one of my favorite movies. That's probably the Tokyo, or not the Tokyo Drift. The Fast and Furious franchise. The first 3 or 4 movies is actually probably what got me into cars.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. One of my favorite actors. Just because he's in that movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's always got to strive for more cars.
Yeah.
I always talk to Kelly, like if you're looking at a house, like our forever home, it's like minimum 3 or 4 car garage, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm probably building something out back.
Yeah.
So,
hey, build the life that you want, and that's what it is.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, man. I want to get into my next section. This is something that I've done pretty recently new, and I reached out to Kelly to write you a letter.
Oh, oh no.
And the reason
about
why
to be some waterworks or what?
I'm hoping you get some waterworks.
Honestly, I'm not a crier.
Yeah, I know that.
I don't think I'll cry at my wedding either. Like crazy to say, first of all.
Even though Kelly's like, you better cry.
No, I don't think she really cares like that. I don't think.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't really cry that easily.
Yeah. I know.
I did cry at the end of Finding Dory. I'll say that.
You know what's crazy that you say that is like because your motto is keep moving forward. Dory's motto is keep swimming.
Keep swimming.
Yeah.
There you go. Damn, what a connection! I didn't even think about that.
But I mean, the whole point of this really is, I feel like in life we we talked about a lot. Like we are in autopilot a lot. We do a lot of great things for other people, or just our presence itself has a lot of impact, and we kind of don't know or don't think about it as much as I think we should. No impact. So what I want you to do is to take this letter and to read it out loud.
Read it out loud.
Yeah, read it out loud.
Does she know this is about to be?
Yeah, she knows. Yeah. So
why am I nervous? Did you read it already?
No, I didn't. So go ahead, read it out loud, and we'll get your reflections after that. It's not too long. Just one page,
All right. Hi, superstar. You did it. I know that being a guest on a podcast was something totally out of your comfort zone, and I can't begin to say how proud I am of you for following through. Randy is such an amazing host. I agree.
Thank you.
It makes it so easy. I have no doubt that your episode is going to be an inspiration to many. Not only are you undoubtedly the most disciplined person I know, but you are also the most selfless. From going to the gym and meal prepping 5 days a week, every week, to showing up for your loved ones. These actions may seem like a second nature to you, but it takes so much discipline to create a routine as solid as yours that you stick to day after day, no excuses. Okay. Wow. Thank you for realizing that. I never really thought about it. And I guess it really is second nature because I feel like I don't really think about things like that. Anyone who is lucky enough to be in your life knows that you drop everything to show up for the ones you love. Your selflessness goes unmatched. For many of the 7 years that we have been together, you have religiously picked up your mom from work at 7 p.m. It did not matter where we were or what we were doing, you showed up. That is just the type of person you are. Your actions have always showed me, and now I'm sure many others, how much of an impact the little things mean to the people around you. The smallest gestures that to you mean nothing at all is everything to someone on the receiving end. I don't think that I've ever seen you walk by a homeless person without handing them money or food. You don't do it looking for praise. I could tell that you do it because you want to. That is just another, I can't even say this word, attestation on the person you are. I am so proud of the person that you are, and I hope that the audience got to see a glimpse of that through your episode. Okay. That's not gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
I really appreciate this letter, and thank you for reaching out to her and having her write this for me.
Yeah.
I guess I don't really have words. It's just I really appreciate that she realizes these things and is actually putting into words about what I do that I really don't really notice.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel happy. I love you, Kelly. Thank you for writing me this letter. It means a lot.
I think the intention of what this segment or that letter is supposed to do hit, and I'm glad that it did. It's just like you said, like you didn't realize these things about yourself and how we move and how we operate. Like other people view it differently than we do. Like you may think, oh, you're meal prepping and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this is something that I have to do. But in Kelly's eyes, what she said, it's like it's something to admire because of how much you're dedicated to the mission, right?
Right.
And like you said, like it's all is like we don't realize the things that we do can be inspiring or help other people. And I think that we as human beings should be able to know that. And that's like that. This is the whole purpose of this. So
right.
Any reflections just about like yourself about that, or hearing more about yourself?
I'm really happy that she put this out in words, or even if she told me just in person, which she does remind me every day that she loves me for everything that I do. So I really appreciate for that. I guess it really puts into perspective that a lot of the things I do could really help somebody out or resonates with somebody. So I really do hope this episode does motivate somebody out there to really keep moving forward. You know, it's a hard thing to do, especially if you're not in the right mental headspace. But if you keep moving forward, you'll eventually find yourself. Really, I guess this puts into perspective of how other people look at me. So really appreciate it.
Of course, Thanks. Man. Of course. All right, man. Let's get into the final 3 questions. You know, we're there now. Questions? These are the big 3 questions. These are 3 last questions that I think could have resonate with our viewers. The last message that we can leave with them. And my first question to you is, if you could talk to a younger Ryan, what would you say to him?
All right. This is kind of cliche. Buy Bitcoin. No, I'm playing. I'm just playing. I'm kind of playing.
Because you really know how that
All right, this is kind of cliche, but I don't think I would tell him anything different, because if I grew up the way I am right now, it's because of all the experiences I had. So really, you're gonna adopt it anyways, but it's just to keep moving forward. It's just to keep going. Just strive for everything you want to strive for. Appreciate everything in the moment, but eventually you'll learn that on your own anyways. So there's no point in me telling you. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm very happy with where I'm at in life. There's obviously room for improvement.
Yeah.
But I think with my mentality, I'll get everything that I want, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. And you'll probably have like a gym sesh with your younger self and be like, hey, yo, get the off the bench.
Well, if it weren't for that.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Everything adds up. You know, there's a butterfly effect with everything.
Yeah. I think with looking things in our past, like I feel like obviously there are things initially that we do want to change. Me personally, I feel like there's a lot of things that I would want to change, but if those things didn't happen, then maybe I wouldn't be sitting across from you. I wouldn't be doing this. Like it all leads up to something that's beautiful of where you are now. My second question to you is, what does becoming the highest version of yourself mean to you, and how are you doing that today?
So, going along with the podcast, the whole topic of moving forward, keep moving forward. I think that at the end of the day, you can't strive for perfection. So the highest version of myself is, as long as I keep doing what I preach, just keep moving forward. Mm-hmm. It's going to be very repetitive, but you know, it's literally like what I live by now that I think about it. As long as you're doing your best, as long as I'm doing my best and striving for greatness, I think I'll always be the highest version of myself.
Beautiful. And my last question, I know you talked about this offline, is if you could connect me with someone to come on this podcast, who would it be and why? And you can even throw out a name of a guest that's already been on the pod already.
I mean, if you were to bring back Steven, I know he would ask for me back.
It's a ping pong event.
No, for real. But also, like, you could also go deeper into things like outside of fitness as well with him. Because you can only have a conversation on a podcast for so long, right? There's only so many topics you could cover. Even like myself, like, so many things you could talk about, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I could give someone right off the dome. Yeah. Right this second.
That's cool.
But I will get back to you on that.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's fine.
Probably one of my friends that I grew up with. Hopefully somebody local.
Yeah.
Not living in California. Jimmy. Come home. We miss Jimmy. I love that guy.
Yeah, I mean, my experience with Jimmy, maybe it is Jimmy. I don't mind talking to Jimmy. I feel like I've had good interactions with him too. So.
Yeah, and I think he has a really good aspect in view in life, and he's done a lot where a lot of people probably don't experience, like moving across country, you know,
right?
Yeah. Leaving behind all friends you lived with growing up. I've known him since 5th grade.
Yeah.
So maybe Jimmy, we'll see. Maybe I'll try to get you someone more local, but yeah, we'll see.
You'll get back to me.
I got you.
I mean, I just want to say thank you again for your time. And, you know, obviously, like Kelly said in her letter, just I feel like it's a story that people can be inspired by, learn something from you.
The lore, the Ryan Lee lore.
Yes.
I didn't even know my life was interesting. I don't know.
I personally do. I think we all do, right, audience? I think we all do. But yeah, man, again, I just want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for being a true homie. And we got content coming out soon. I did a session with Ryan, so look out for that.
We're gonna have to do a gym session with Steven too.
You want that?
I don't, but you know, if that's what the podcast wants, if that's what the viewers want, Steven.
Oh, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. All right, guys. If any part of this podcast resonated with you, please clip it, tag me and Ryan in it. Ryan, do you want to put out your gym account or?
Yeah, it's Ryan Lifting Things Simple. Guess you can find my personal account on there. I think it's in the description. Haven't posted on there in probably over a year. I don't know if that's something that's gonna change, but I guess we'll see.
So he's a once in a year poster. Poster.
I still have till the end of this year to post.
You do.
I don't know. Maybe I'll hit 315 again.
Just for the content.
Just for the content.
Just for the content.
I'm just kidding. We'll see.
All right, guys. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you know when an episode comes out when it does. And as always, let's fall in love with the process of getting better every day and becoming the highest version of ourselves. Love y'all. Peace.
Later.